Welcome back to another video. My YouTube channel's been dead for probably a good part of 2 years, but I've decided to bring it back. So tonight we are racing a gravel crit race in Glasgow, which is just going to be some fun. I have no anticipation of winning it. I have no goal. It's just fun. I didn't really realise when I booked it that Scottish Champs is on Saturday, so I've got 2 races within a couple of days within each other, so not ideal, but as I say, tonight's just about fun, so follow me along for the journey. So we have just arrived at Whiteley wind farm, as you can see by the 1 million wind farms. So we're going to get our warm up done, which I'll film, get to the toilet, and our race will be starting in about half an hour. It would probably be ideal if it was a bit wetter because the gravel's super slidey. We're on the Canyon 45mm tyres front and rear, quite grippy setup, but see how it goes. It's pretty warm, and the race is about 20 kilometres. So about 50 minutes or so. A first look at the course. I don't know if it's because there's that many windmills, like there's thousands of them, that they're creating loads of wind, or whether it is naturally just very windy. There'll be a tailwind in most directions apart from when we're heading out that way. So it should be alright. The tailwind's going to be pretty strong, so when we're in the tailwind it'll be super nice. It'll just be when we're not, it's going to be a bit of a fight. E-race coming past. Very fast, very dusty. Right, so warm up time. Starting off with a minute, just getting the legs spinning, then we're going to a ramp from there. Right, so we're into the ramp now. Which we're way above the zone at the moment. We're uphill. I need to ease the power off a wee bit. So we're just going to spin pretty much to the top of this wee crest here. We're just going through the ramp warm up still, and then we'll get into the sprints in a wee bit. Flying. The road quality here is absolutely magic. There's no potholes, it's just absolutely gorgeous tarmac. Although it's very windy. View up here, lots of grassland, wee reservoir down there, and then in front of us is looking down to Glasgow. It's pretty magic. Never been up this way before, so new gravel, new views, pretty cool. I'm going to just turn here, and we're going to get some of these sprints out of the way. Let's get into the first one here. 45 seconds. 363 to 400 watts basically. Just a nice primer effort. There we go. 1 minute 50 rest. And then we'll hop into the next one. Push for time than I would have liked, so we're just going to hop into the second one a bit early. Same again, 45 seconds, 363 to 370 watts, 380 watts, sorry. So for whatever weird rules, you're not allowed to wear a chest strap like we've just filmed the first part of the video. So you're going to go under my Garmin here. British Cycling, this is the only way I'm able to film the race. So let's go. So obviously this was the start of the race here. we were given normal 30 seconds, 15 seconds, and this was us off. Start was pretty good, there wasn't any issues. When it started, it was quite a fast start. No one crashed, no main issues. There was about 20 people in the groupish, and the first sort of section of the course was a downhill flat section. There wasn't really anything interesting. At this point, the group was sort of just getting up to pace. This was the first interesting part of the course. We had a wee gate through there, and then we're into a corner. It was pretty loose, as you can see by the dust. It wasn't normal Scottish conditions for gravel. In some ways it was good because it made the gravel super fast rolling, but at the same time it created dust and made it super loose. Every time we went around the corner and there was any rise, it was straight into a sprint. They were quite fast, quite punchy. There was only really this climb and another you'll see later in the video. Other than that, it was pretty flat. At this point, I was sort of sitting mid-pack, happy enough with that, using the group. Took a wee look up the front, which was when one of this guy here, he thought I was maybe making an attack, so he went for a sprint. It was hard to tell. This was lap 2 and we still had 3 laps to go, so at this point there was no point chasing them. Obviously if I crit, the group always comes back, you don't really escape that well. It was super windy as well, so sticking in with the group was well worth it for saving energy. Throughout the race there was lots of mini attacks going on, so it was quite hard to keep track of who was going, who was going to keep it out. Eventually we ended up having quite the pace obviously naturally started to increase as the race went on, and I then found myself in a group with about 3 or 4 people that we were working together, taking turns in the front. There were some people hanging on behind us, just taking advantage of the group, but we sort of sat in this pack for a while and we're just helping each other, taking turns at the front. There you go, you can see better here now. The first 3 of us were sort of taking turns and the others were just sort of taking advantage, which is fine. We don't have any reason to or need to take turns, so kind of sat with these guys for a while. It was a good break from the wind. So if we now fast forward on to the last lap, at this point I still had loads of energy in the tank, and to be totally honest, none of us were sure if this was the last lap. We were just kind of guessing. This was on the last maybe 500 metres or so, which in hindsight I wish I'd attacked beforehand. I still had so much energy left in the tank and I could have done better, but I didn't. I was holding off for Saturday for racing Scottish Champs, which was fine. I just, in hindsight, seen the lead 4 pack, we hadn't seen them for a couple laps, so had no idea how close we actually were to them. They ended up only being about 15 seconds over the line of a difference, so I just wish I could have attacked earlier, had enough in the tank to do so, but I didn't know how far out they were and I was trying to save energy. But that was the end of the race and we took a wee sit down for 5 minutes just to let the legs rest. So we're just rolling back post race. It was a lot of fun. It'll be interesting when we get the Strava up to see what sort of power it was, but I think we averaged about high 30s, 40k an hour, so pretty ridiculous. Like as well, super dusty. That was good fun.